It closed. Hey y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just taking a minute to let everyone join, okay? Hope you guys are doing well and positive energy. Okay, we're just gonna wait a few more minutes. We about to rock the mic. We about to rock the mic. Hey. Okay. I feel like I'm in a motherland somewhere, y'all. We're just waiting a few more minutes to let a few people join. Hope you guys are doing well and positive energy. I couldn't keep up with the beat no more, y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody,
Hey.
come on in. Take a seat.
Yes,
We
yes.
got some stuff to talk about. Let's tap into the energy. Okay. Welcome, 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 everyone. We are so excited to have you here. Okay. If you are new to our YouTube channel, we are elemental beings, your everyday spirit guides, right?
Absolutely.
Hoping you guys are definitely in your most positive energy and attracting everything you desire like a magnet. Because who can do it better than you, boo? Nobody, right?
Right.
It's like that kind of energy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But we're coming through with a live energy / tarot reading.
Yes.
This one is actually going to be for divine couples, right? Going through spiritual warfare within your relationship, right?
Right.
So this is going to be a special one. We hope you guys enjoy it. If you haven't already and you do end up enjoying the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you can get notified when we drop videos, okay?
Absolutely.
We did drop a really hot music video today, so if you guys get a chance, check out our page. We have a lot of great content. We have a lot of zodiac signs that were posted this week, tarot readings, and we just have a lot of great content. So if you guys have not been to the page, check us out.
I think we might be turning our comments off soon.
Well, I guess you would call it magic, you know, because I am tapped into the divine, and so is he. So I guess you could call it magic, right? Whatever, right? But you know, it is what it is.
Everybody should be willing to tap into that magic.
Right. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, I don't know.
But what we actually are, guys, is we are your everyday spiritual guide. She's a psychic intuitive. I'm a spirit medium. And what we do is we guide humanity. We intuit, we do divination, we do prayer, we do light work. This is what we do. This is how we define what we do. And what we're going to do tonight for you all, we're going to have a session about spiritual warfare within a divine union. Right? For those of you who may be in couples and relationships, marriages, and or just very tight friendships, we're going to sift through, pull a few cards, and we're going to kind of talk about some of the things that we go through as a divine couple, right? Peace gods, peace goddesses. So I think the perfect place maybe to start, from me, I'll spearhead the conversation before we jump into the readings. Ego, right? Energy and go, right? I feel as though ego is one of the number one enemies of any divine union. When you get to dealing with your ego, if it's one thing in you that can stand up and alter the course of your spiritual activity, it's your ego. The ego is a very powerful energy, and it encompasses a lot.
Yeah.
Within the ego, you have past trauma, you have past life trauma, you have generational trauma. All of these things are lower aspects of the ego. And when they take the driver's seat within the ego, they often derail us. Like, they lead us to many different things within a relationship. So I would say ego is a thing that, you know, me personally, I struggle with this. No, ego doesn't actually run the man, right? There's nothing that should run a man less than his source, right? That's what runs a man. Any other thing we can get control of, right? It's up to us as men to ride the wave. Now, ego being one thing that stands in the way of a lot of things that spirit is trying to do with each and every individual. We all struggle with it. Now, as a man, I struggle with my ego a lot because I come from a past full of extensive traumas. And when you go through this, you know, your ego becomes a defense mechanism. So oftentimes you swell up, you puff up, and you have different instances where the ego is in control, and it's the lower aspects. Although the ego does have a shining side as well, it's energy and go. And like, I've learned that with me, I don't know about anybody else, but mentally this can help you if you let it sink in. When you're dealing with your ego, find something that you love, that fascinates you, right? And allow your energy to go in motion towards something that's outside of yourself, right? And what it does is it shows your ego, first of all, in a necessary light. And as far as ancestors, we deal with a lot of communication with the ancestors. When you're able to control your ego in many different ways, you welcome in assistance from high vibrational ancestors. They can come in, they can connect with you, because ego is truly a problem for a lot of us men, although we don't want to admit it. I'm speaking for divine masculine. It's a very big problem. Seemingly to be small, but it's very hard to get a hold of your own ego. I mean, like, I can be honest with you, and then I'm gonna get some input from High Priestess. Um, Us doing this missive, I struggle with it because I'm a person that I'm very circumspect when it comes to people. I'm very untrusting. And High Priestess, she's not necessarily trusting, she's a vibrant soul. So she attracts many different things. And, you know, the way the union was set up, we both had a role to play. So I found myself at, like, you know, in my ego a lot, feeling like, you know, it's like your ego will drive you to do things that I will say are unnecessary, right? Especially when you're dealing with the progression of two individuals. Because the ego is, if you don't turn it outward towards something that you're fascinated with, you won't see it in a good light. Because if you turn your ego inward, right, it really causes you to not even see yourself at some time. Like, you'll literally be like, what, right? Because the ego, it cloaks itself as many different things, and one of them being a false defense mechanism.
That's real. You know, I would say accountability, right? A lot of times we, as humans, we like to just be the victim, right? We never really like to look at ourselves because it's hard, right? When we have things that are wrong with us or things that we really do want to work on, but maybe we're struggling with, or whatever it may be, whatever kind of flaw we may have. You know, a lot of time accountability, you know, is so big, and it is because, you know, think about it. You know, if you believe in the energy of the Most High, like we do, right? The energy of Yahshua, right? Yahweh, right? Like that kind of energy. But if you, you know, believe in source, then you know that, you know, truth, right? Accountability, holding yourself accountable, is so honorable in the spirit, right? And I feel like, you know, when you can be accountable in your relationship, then it really makes a difference. You know, it gives your partner a sense of relief, right? Because, you know, you can actually see yourself in the relationship as well, right? It's easy to just blame everyone for everything, but, you know, when you are grown enough to take responsibility and accountability for your actions, not only does it make your relationship stronger, but it also makes your connection with God stronger, because, you know, God is the truth of God, the God of truth, right? And being accountable is speaking truth, right? So I would say accountability.
Definitely accountability. So ego and accountability, two good footnotes. I feel that to be resonating. Like, I think they do go. I think when you put ego with accountability, you come up with a good concoction, right? That's a great concoction, right? Because it's like,
sounds like a good mixed drink to me.
And accountability is not as easy as it would seem.
You know, so yeah, I think accountability, you know, major.
And for my people that's a little bit more spiritual, your chakras, right? Particularly your sacral chakra, right? I think it's a thing that compromises many of us, right? When we get into relationships, because we come from, let's just say, some of us come from situations where there was disloyalty in the play. That causes, that's a form of sexual abuse, right? So when we settle for these type of relationships and we go to the next relationship, when we lay, right, I want you to really take this because this is real. When you have an attachment with someone, right, and it's sexual through your sacral energy, although you separate from that person, when you go lay down with the next person, you can find yourself closing your eyes and thinking about that person. And what you're doing is you are effectively bridging an energetic gap. Like a person can feel that on a subterranean level if it's a connection, right?
Yeah, because think about it. When you begin to have sexual relationships with someone, it's not just physical. You have to remember you are intertwining two different spirits, right? So it's like, you're connecting two different souls, two different spirits. So whatever kind of spirit you're laying with, you know what I'm saying? It's like that kind of energy.
And it gets more intricate when it's a soul tie, like, or something, because I'm telling you, like, your sacral energy, when you're not a person that's let's just say you're not filling yourself up with nothing that's going to sustain you spiritually, so your sacral chakra is compromised, quite possibly by your last relationship, right? So every time you go into sexual activity, you feel the remnants of your past lover, right? That's because that area is compromised. So you gotta have a point where you separate from sexual activity so that you can build, even if it's like a week, right? You gotta have a point where you separate, because you gotta keep your mind out of that. See, when you access that person in your mind's eye and your mind vision, you connect to them. So you give that person, that gives, let's just say this,
It's like telepathy.
an entity can have access to you.
It's like a energetic exchange, telepathic. Right?
Let's just say two people are being affected by the same spirit, right? You and her, or her and him. You in two different states now, but the same spirit bonds y'all both. So what gives that spirit access to y'all both to keep y'all linked is sacral energy, the masturbating, or the thinking about it during sexual intercourse. It is allowing an entity to stand in between. I'm trying to show you something about entity attachments. See, if you can't get somebody out your mind while you laying down with somebody else, abstinence is needed, because you gotta clean that up so that you can go back and then you can get a pure connection.
I would say, as far as the chakra system, I would say, make sure that your root chakra is in alignment. That is the one of the most important chakras to make sure that you stay grounded and balanced, right?
Yes.
A lot of times when our root chakra is out of alignment, then ultimately life is out of alignment, because that is the center force, right? It's like that kind of energy. And what happens is, when we leave toxic relationships, these unhealthy relationships, a lot of times our root chakra is bound, hence why it took you so long to leave that relationship, right? Because when your root chakra is bound, it's kind of like it puts you in like fight or flight mode, right? It's like that kind of energy, so when your root chakra is bound, you feel like you can't move, you're stuck, that's when you get the feeling like your life isn't moving, and things like that nature. You feel like you're going through these repetitive cycles. Is because you're bound in this area by your root chakra, right? So I would say, making sure that you eat your roots, right? Your beets, and you go outside and you plant your feet in the ground, or you go and you rub Mother Nature and grab trees and hug them, or whatever you have to do to keep yourself grounded is very important, to make sure that that chakra system is lit up.
Our
chakras lit, they're actually popping. We keep on going. We can't be stopping. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. Blessings flow in so abundantly.
Hey, another good one out the Akashic Records for root chakra, to kind of get your root chakra feel. I'm going to give it to you from a physical standpoint, and I'm going to give it to you from a natural standpoint and a spiritual standpoint. When you're trying to get your root chakra in order spiritually, you got to begin to let go of limited belief systems, because undecided, all right, if I can convince a man that there's no power outside of him that's working, or if I can convince a man that the only power that's working is outside of him, I can effectively bound his root. Because your root chakra has a lot to do with the direction you're gonna flow in with your deity.
That's right.
Like your superpower, when you firm in your superpower, that's why people not Christian people. But what they don't understand about some of the good old Christians, like the good old ones that really believe, they believe so hard in even a manuscript that's been tampered with. They believe in the essence of Christ so hard that their energy is very firm and planted, right? Just like other cultures, Muslims, right? They are very planted. Buddhists, they are very planted, right? So their root chakra is hard. It's hard to leverage that kind of energy because they firmly grounded. Now, when you're dealing with the natural aspect of your root chakra and you want to feel an energy boost, get a potato, right? Get a rather big one. Slice it down the middle. Dig 2 holes out in the earth, maybe like go by the lake somewhere, but where it's dirt. Plant the potatoes in the dirt where you could just see the surface of the potato and stand your heel on it, right? And ground, right? You can ground. It's a good grounding method coming straight from the Akashics, and I know it may sound awkward, but give it a try. And as far as like she said, when you're dealing with your body, your root, fruits, beets, onions, all of these things, they can, onions are wonderful against. They are like, I'm talking about when you have, let's just say you have negative energy pressing you, evil spirits pressing you. If you can get technology with an onion, you can really guard yourself with an onion. An onion is a powerful instrument from like salt.
And that is so real, I hate to cut you off, but I was like, that's so real because that's one of the oldest things out there is an onion, right?
Absolutely.
Look it up. They were there when the ancient times were there, so it's definitely very healing. Onion soup when you're sick, onions in your socks when you're sick. It really helps draw out those toxins, right?
Yeah. It really shakes you up. It really good.
Yeah, good energy. So hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. We kind of just wanted to really introduce ourselves to the YouTube streets, okay? Since, we haven't really gone live here. We look forward to building our platform here with you guys. And I guess we'll go ahead and start tapping into some energy. We're going to purify, right? Okay?
By water, we connect with spirit through pure intent.
That's right. All right. So, okay, let's get into it. So, there's something about make space for your partner, divine being. Okay? Spirit is really wanting you to make space. A lot of times when we're in these divine partnerships, with our divine partner, we have to realize these are 2 individuals that have gifts, right? And typically these are divine gifts that have major responsibility, right? So we have to make sure that we make room for each other. So Spirit is saying, make space for your partner, right? Find a way to make space for them, right? Make them, make sure that they're able to, share their gift as well as you, right? Make room for both gifts, okay? Now, I did hear something about the name Jamie, okay? I heard the name Sarah. I heard the name Philip, Phyllis, Lawrence, Taylor, Ginger, and Jenny. This could be significant here.
Utz Red Hot chips could be significant. Somebody could like Utz Red Hots chips.
Okay. There's something about Dr. Pepper. Okay. And Pepper Ann. Y'all remember that cartoon? I might be a little too old for y'all, but yeah, there's something about the cartoon Pepper Ann here.
I'm saying somebody getting a fountain drink from a restaurant, maybe putting water on top of it. Maybe like lemonade or something like that. You like to add water.
Okay. Yeah. There's something about, oh my gosh. I just heard Jagged Edge. See, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this, but I'ma be real and say what's on my heart. See, making love to just anyone ain't happening. Cause you know I'm remixing from the start. Yeah, y'all know I messed the words up. I messed the words up. You also had to remix it, okay? Fake it till you make it.
I'm hearing the name Sheila, Corey.
So I did pick up, excuse me, I did pick up the number 37. You could be 37 years old watching us, okay?
Consuela.
Yeah, or you could have a 7-year-old child. Consuela.
Consuela. I heard that.
There's something about Gabby. Okay.
Miguel. Miguel could be significant. Peter.
I'm hearing something about Save the Last Dance here. There's someone that can dance very well watching us.
Emmanuel.
Okay. You could be like a you could teach like choreography or something like that is what I'm picking up. Okay. So let's get into it, y'all. We about to tap in, okay?
Let's get it.
I'm hearing, please don't take your love away from me. I'll go crazy. I'll go insane. No problems, baby. And I got mine.
I remember that joint right there.
Okay. Yeah, but we got the 9 of Cups that came out. So there's something like, even though you guys could be going through a lot collective, like, this is the energy of, really receiving everything that you deserve, right? With the 9 of Cups, it's like, I get the I am genie kind of energy. It's like, a genie in a bottle. It's like the energy of spirit saying that you do deserve everything that you're trying to get here. It's like the energy of your relationship really being something that does fulfill you here. And I feel like you guys bring each other a lot of emotional fulfillment, right? There's something about you guys being very, very happy. Okay, there could be someone watching us with like a red head wrap on. You can have your hair wrapped up in a red bonnet or something like that.
Yeah, I'm saying it.
Okay, and there's something about a blue nightgown or a blue robe. Who's watching us in a blue nightgown or robe or something? Yeah, but there's something, I love this energy coming out for a spiritual warfare divine union message, because the first card that came out was the 9 of Cups to the Magician. What? It's like, this is the energy of as above, so below, right? It's like the energy of, you guys have everything you need to make it happen. See, the beautiful thing about the Magician card is he has a tool from every suit of the tarot deck, meaning he's more than capable to make shit happen. It's like that kind of energy. And I feel like this is you guys as a couple to the 9 of Cups. I feel like, you guys are so divinely protected here. And I know that you can feel a lot of outside energies, but there's something about, spiritual peace, spiritual happiness, spiritual abundance and blessings. What you get here?
So I got synchronicity, right? And just like she was saying, we have divine soul matches have amazing moments of synchrony. So I'm kind of getting a divine union that's in alignment. Like, I'm going to put one more. Matter of fact, I'm going to go with this. Enlightenment. So we have a divine union with a magician, with fulfillment, synchronicity, and enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We realize that we are one with the divine. So what I'm getting from that energy is 2 people that they have a relationship with the divine all on their own. Like, it's nothing like 2 people realizing that, well, I belong to God. And that person says, well, I belong to God. See, when you get that kind of relationship, then you don't have such a problem looking across at the person and respecting them, because you can say they belong to Source. Like, I belong to Source. I'm a child of God. they're a child of God, right? It brings synchronicity, which is good because that's bringing enlightenment into your relationship.
Absolutely.
You know, before she taps back in, I want to add a footnote to enlightenment. When you are in a relationship and you two can agree that source is the head, right? A higher power is the head. It brings in a nine of cups because that becomes wish fulfillment. See, that brings room for enlightenment. When we both can say, because we can have it out, like me and her. We can have a disagreement, maybe heated, right? Two egos may be clashing. But I can walk in one room and she can go in another room or vice versa. And the divine can deal with us individually, right? That's synchronicity right there. So if that's you in this union, kudos to you for allowing that, because that's a lot. It may seem like a little, but
Kudos to you, okay? Right?
Good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We have the King of Cups here. So you could be a Scorpio that we're talking about, okay? Or you could, have a Scorpio mate, but there's something about you being so very kind, right? It's something about, you having such a loving heart. And I feel like, that's why you connect with people, period. I feel like this is what attracted your lover to you, or you to your lover, or whatever it is that you're manifesting. Because you could literally be manifesting this love, working on yourself brings in this type of love. And I feel like there's someone that is literally okay with giving their heart away. And this is beautiful energy. Now there is something about someone being very, very intuitive here. I feel like this is a person in a relationship that you or either your partner, someone can see right through somebody. It's like,
that's divine union.
There's no hiding anything. It's like this person can look at you. Look how he's looking.
That's a King of Cups.
He's looking like he can just see through your soul. So I feel like, this union is so divine that this person can literally see through your soul. Okay. Now there is something about fish here. There could be someone pregnant, or fish is Pisces energy. So you could be a Pisces that we're talking to, but there's definitely something about a fish here. Okay. Now I feel like, look at this. The Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. I cannot make this up, So when we said spiritual warfare, now the Tower is here. Okay, so it's like this is the energy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I see a divine relationship that is very, very loving, right? But I feel like it has a lot of challenges, right? A lot of tower moments because you guys are two spiritually intelligent people, right? But it seems like you guys bring each other the Ace of Cups here.
To the Temperance.
I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait. But we do have the Temperance to the Six of Pentacles. So it's like this is a divine connection that is equally yoked. Wow. I'm hearing the yin and the yang is balanced here. It's like, I'm picking up Libra energy, the scales of the zodiac balance, right? But there's something about, I feel like, honestly, this is the energy of Archangel Gabriel, right? And I feel like there's something about your ancestors, okay? I feel like you could have been putting your water out on your altar. I feel like you could really understand that when people transition, the energy is still available for you. And I feel like there's something about your ancestors giving back to you, pouring into you, helping you with your relationship. I feel like you're getting a lot of downloads from the ancestors, from the archangels, from divinity. And there's something about, equal give and take here. Okay, Earth Angel energy. You could be a Sagittarius that I'm talking to.
Let's see. What else, Spirit? Union. Okay. So we have union, indication, let go. So what I'm feeling with this union, indication, and let go, you're in a relationship. Spirit is with this union. This union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. So it's like this. You in a relationship, I'm feeling, for who this could resonate with. And in spite of spirit being present, you've been through so much and so many traumas that you still wondering, like, is this the person for me? Like, is this really where I'm supposed to be? And indication, Spirit says, watch for signs that lead to true love, right? You cannot be a person that makes your divine counterpart guilty for what the karmic done to you.
That's real.
See, it's so many indications that Spirit is giving you that this is a divine union and this is who you're supposed to be with.
No, this is real.
Spirit says, let go, right? Some things are best let go and let the universe work it out in its divine time. You know what that's saying? You have to let go of what you perceive in your mind, right? You have to, if anything, become strong in your intuition. That's going to lead you, right, in this union. Being in a divine union is not for the faint of heart, because you're going to have times where you like this. I just don't know if this person is, because we just can't, because our ego, right? Why? Two people with divine energy. What you think, y'all both just fit together? It doesn't work like that. The divine constantly has to taper the relationship, because why? You have ancestors on this side and some of them are funny. Ancestors on this side and some of them are funny. So it's not only a meshing. See, when you're dealing with a divine union, you're dealing with a lot of ancestral energy always present. So what does that take? It takes a lot of, imagine I'm flipping on High Priestess and her ancestors telling my ancestors, you better get your boy over there. He low out of line right now, right?
They do that.
This is what happens when you in a true divine union, right? So the indications that this is your divine counterpart, when you see God working on their behalf, that's your indication, right? Because I feel like somebody questioning. You can't really, you keep looking at the person that you're in union with, and you keep asking for a serious indication from the universe that this is your person, right? But it's there, you just don't know where to look at. See, Spirit is saying you looking, it's selfish how we get. See, you want, this what we want. We want the universe to show us an indication that this is our person, right? But the main indication Spirit is saying is the fact that Spirit is blessing them to be in union with you. God wouldn't put you together with somebody that you wasn't ready for. At this stage of your growth and development, it's not a catalyst phase, right? Many of us already went through that. You know what the catalyst is? The catalyst is not, see, okay, Spirit, let me get this out real quick. We think that the catalyst could be the one that we with, right? Are they catapulting me into, is they here? No, that's not what a catalyst does. If somebody is walking with you and experiencing life with you, that's an experience that the divine, that's called union. The catalyst is the person that make you have to spring forth and elevate. See, when somebody come into your life and they bust you all the way down, and then God spring you back up, you know, do you know you that's resurrection, right? That's resurrection power. So when that happens right there, that's like self-explanatory, right? So it's like, don't look for the indication to be shown to you. Look at the indication that rests upon your divine counterpart. Like, you know what I'm learning? I'm going to start training myself to do this. Instead of letting my ego rise up, I'm going to be like, man, look at her go. Man, look at her go, man. She gone off to do that business, spirit work, light work. That's what we do, y'all. That's if you on here, that's what we do. We are in a fight against principalities and wickedness that rest in high places, heavenly places as well, right? Remember, the major war was fought where?
In heaven.
Okay, right? So don't ever think that we not gonna have wars in our heavens. That's what we fighting against, wickedness in high places. So let this be what it is, a divine union.
You know, as I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these cards, it is such a beautiful spread, but I keep looking at the Tower card. Excuse me, I'm sick.
Yes, we are very getting over it over here.
My throat chakra. Thanks, babe. But, you know, it's such a beautiful spread, and the only thing I can see is the Tower here. So I'm like, Spirit, well, you know, where there's good, there's always ugly. So give me something else, you know. I don't want to seem like this little light worker that just gives you this beautiful story, right? Because, you know, where there are beautiful things, there are also ugly things. And I feel like with this Tower here, honestly, Spirit says, you know, this energy here is just knowing that there are energies against you, divine being, but this is so secure and so solid. There's nothing that can get in the way but you. It's like, I feel like water can't even seep through any holes because this thing is locked tight, right? It's like that kind of energy. See, it's like, you know, that look, we got the Page of Cups to the Queen of Wands here. You could be a Sagittarius, heavy. I'm sorry. Yeah, you could be a Sagittarius, heavy, fire energy. We got the Temperance card out here. And then we got the Eight of Pentacles to the High Priestess and the Six of Wands. And the High, look, you got the mother freaking Hierophant and the High Priestess out here.
That's
this
y'all.
is a divine union.
That's y'all.
Okay, thank you, Spirit.
That's y'all.
Okay, there's something about you guys being seen in high honors here because you guys been working so hard. There's something about working so hard because Spirit is proud of you. It's like you guys are going to be seen, and maybe even in the public eye. You could be like, this could be, you guys could be like social media influencers or something. Okay, but there's something about you guys being held in high honors here for working so very hard.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is like, this is High Priestess and Hierophant energy, right? It's like a divine union that is locked, is what I'm hearing. Okay, someone could definitely be pregnant here. Okay, I did pick up fish. We have the Empress card, Libra energy.
So this is what we're about to do, because this is what I'm saying, right? So you know what we're going to do? We're going to get into the wolf, because this is a solid spread. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get High Priestess to pull from the Ancestors deck so that we can see. So, because right here, I see everything that favors this union.
Yeah.
Right here. Right?
It's like perfect. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
So let's get these
It
out
is.
here. High
So,
Priestess.
you know, but the beautiful thing about that is I love that, you know, I feel like this love is like divine. This love is strong. This love is pure. It's raw. It's natural. It's authentic love. So that's good.
We just now had a very powerful spread on the table, a divine union spread, and this is what we pulled cards for. Y'all showed up, the High Priestess and the Hierophant, right? So let's get into what's lurking, what's beneath the surface.
Spirit, what is the most important message for the collective? What do they need to know? What do we need to know here? Okay. Tell me more about this situation. Okay. So we have the Six of Cups that came out in the reverse. So there's like, I like this energy. You know, I feel like, you know, this is good energy to me. You know, with the Six of Cups being in the reverse, I feel like, you know, you've already healed from all of your, you know, your major triggers and traumas, or your healing, right? Because we're always continuing to heal. So we're never healed, but we're always healing. And I feel like, I feel like you've really gotten over a stage in your life that you were stuck in. You know how we get in the energy of, okay, there was a time where me personally, I did travel and sales all over, right? So I've been to a lot of places. And I made a lot of money when I did it. And I was very young and I didn't have children, right? And I remember it was a time where I could really just do what I want, right? I was able to ball out. I had no children and I made decent money, right? So let's say if when I get online today and I keep talking about that situation where I made that money, right? It would be like that kind of energy. I would be stuck in that energy, right? But I feel like someone's out of that energy. It's like someone is willing to leave the past behind here. Right. And that's why you guys are in this divine union. I feel like, there's nothing from the past lingering. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse. I feel like, it's good energy.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
ancestors, they seem like,
I don't know, it's good energy.
Nobody's stealing nothing.
I honestly feel like, in these divine unions, a lot of times what we fight is just it's in ourselves. It's our own insecurities. It's our own perception of things and stuff of that nature. Now we do have the Knight of Wands. They came out in the reverse here. So with the Knight of Wands coming out Knight of Cups coming out in the reverse, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you guys could be needing to be like a little bit more romantic.
And I feel like it's the same energy that came out in the telepathy oracle reading, where Spirit was saying it's the speculation. Like the Knight of Cups in reverse is kind of like you holding back in the emotional. The cups are emotion, right? And the Knight of Cups is a steady moving energy, is very valiant. I always say that the Knight of Cups, they got to move at a certain way because they carry flowers, right? But when it's in reverse, it's kind of like me waking up in this energy of, I don't know, High Priestess, God, is she really for me? Because, we just have an argument every other day. Or we just can't agree on anything, right? And what it causes kind of like a Knight of Cups in reverse. It's essentially us getting in our own way again, right? And that's exactly what it is, because it's like I see it clearly now. The Seven of Swords in reverse, nobody's stealing in this divine union. Like everybody's sure. It's two people that's sure that they love one another, right? But it's two people also going through a transformation and having skepticism about certain levels of it. When it's time to really commit to, as though, all right, it's time to be married. It's time to be on papers, right?
Six of Wands.
Yeah, high honors. Look, it's time to be that. So somebody could be feeling skeptical about that.
Six of Wands to the Ace of Cups, though. To the Judgment. To the Hierophant. Yo, this is good energy.
Yeah, I can't
But
lie.
yeah, I do. Also with that the Knight of Cups, Spirit is saying, be a little bit more affectionate, right? I would say, add a little bit more romance in. What you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the Ace of Cups with the Judgment, the Hierophant, and the See, what's happening with y'all? This is crazy. Listen. Y'all both got powerful ancestors with the Ace of Cups, right? That's y'all family on both sides of the Yamas. In the ancestral deck, the Arcanas are always powerful leaders in the ancestral realm. Now you got the Judgment to the Hangman, to the Hierophant, to the Six of Wands, to the Ace of Cups. That's both of y'all energy out here on the board. And that's what the problem could be. It's not enough give and take. You gotta realize, like one thing I had to realize about High Priestess, if I start pushing her in a direction that's not right for her, right? Her ancestors, they push back. I feel them. And you know what my ancestors do? They fall back. Because why? It's that serious. Like, you got to respect the positioning of your divine counterpart. It's that. Like, the same strength you got, they got. And we not used to that. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest. we come from situations where we could have been the weaker one, or we could have been with the weaker one, but we definitely don't generally come from an equally balanced relationship when we go into a divine union. It's normally after you done been through a few karmics, whereas though you realize and you learn, right? So just understand that person that you in union with, they ancestors, they are as magical as you, they are as powerful as you. They are quite possibly just as intuitive as you are. It's a lot of intuitions in these readings.
I see the King of Wands again. You could definitely be a fire sign.
Wow.
Seven of Wands came out in the reverse, and that's, I feel like that should, because when you are in a divine connection, there's no reason you should have to be defending yourself.
No lie.
Right? There's no reason for this. So this is good energy. It's like you shouldn't have to defend yourself. It should be all love, and I feel like it is, right? Page of Pentacles. I feel like, you guys are really just like studying each other. You guys are really making you guys are really making things happen together. I feel like, it could be very, very slow, but it's coming together here. I feel like you guys
I love that.
Right.
I mean, because that kind of looks like us, and I'm not gonna lie. The Seven of Wands in reverse to the Page of Pentacles, you know what that is? That's two people that's working it out. Like, the Page of Pentacles, it's an earth energy once again. It's a slow moving energy. It's like, it's in the younger stages.
Yeah, I feel like someone's in their childlike energy, like, having fun. Or if you're not, you need to get there. Like, find that childlike energy. There's something about, I don't know, what is that? I don't know, something about a seesaw. Someone can have a memory about like a seesaw from their childhood. The things that go like up and down. And then what you call it, a seesaw? Yeah, seesaw. There's something about a seesaw here.
Somebody could definitely be drinking.
There could be someone that owns like a pet snake. Like the what's the white and gold one? Like, is that a boa constrictor? I'm probably saying it wrong, y'all. But it's a snake.
A python, something like that.
Yeah, it's a snake. But yeah, someone could definitely own a reptile, or you could be a reptilian. No, I'm just kidding.
No, for real. No, yeah.
A draconian.
A draconian.
Okay. But anyway, the sun is here. Okay, I feel like this relationship brings spiritual abundance, healing, health, right? Just emotional fulfillment, right? I feel like this energy radiates just light and love. I really love this energy for you guys here. There's something about sunflowers here. You could be a person that like loves sunflowers and roses is what I'm picking up. Someone's middle name could be Rose.
Wearing that rose.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
What you got?
Instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love.
Ooh.
So, inside your divine union, the fear of others, you know what that could be? Quite possibly, you stepping out of the relationship and expressing your household details with other people and allowing them to kind of, force feed you their fears. Like, you don't want to take on the fears of others. Like, let's just say your relationship is the impossible. But then God gives you the energy to do the impossible, right? I mean, you have to look at it like that. Because if you in a divine union with somebody, chances are they have a past. And it may be checkered. And yours may be a checkered past. So when you express what's going on in your relationship to people, they always going to have, it's always going to be a thing where the negativity is always going to come to the forefront, right? So when you're dealing with others in general, don't allow their fears to become yours. Reflect love in your relationship, period. Like, it doesn't matter what somebody tell you, right? Learn how to reflect love. If you can't look at that person that you with and say, you know what?
Let me love you.
I love you. And not, when somebody asks you a question in divine union, why do you love me, right?
Because I do.
It should be, you know what the first thing should be? Honestly, something that has something that sounds something like, because God loves you.
That's real.
Right? Why do you love me? Because God loves you. I love God, right? And I mean, that's enough right there for you to reflect love. I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. Man, that's crazy. Did you hear that? I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. Man, what you know about that energy?
I love that.
That energy is where, man, a lot of us need to get that. This card says, I'm defenseless, but I'm at peace. That's trusting in your union right there. Man, that's a place of vulnerability. People say they want to be at peace, but do you really want to be at peace? Because it may require you to release your need to be right. What does that mean? I'm going to tell you what it means. I'm going to tell you what it looked like. We were coming back from, we were actually going to Tennessee. And it was a road trip. And I fell asleep. And High Priestess, she caught a funny video of me going to sleep. But you know why I went to sleep? I trusted in her driving. Right? And then when we came back, on the way back, it was my turn. They get a picture of her, and you know what she was doing? She was asleep. Why? Because she trusted in me, right? That's the same kind of trust we gotta have in the other person being like, you know, if we in a union, I have to allow her to make a decision on my behalf, right? And particularly because we run a business together. So if she decides to do something and I don't like it, if it's already done, guess what? It has to be charged to the fact of, well, this is a decision that you made and may have ramifications with it. They gonna be yours, right? And we can ration out any way you do it, but you have to do it in such a way where you understand that person gotta make a decision for you. And you gotta trust that they gonna make the right one. So you can put away your need to be right.
Right.
I'm working on it. We all should be. It is peace.
So let's pull one from here. We're gonna put a card from the faith deck, okay? Let's see what this says.
What we got there?
So it says, manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms. My intellect shines and my inner light grows. Okay, so, you know, I feel like manifestation of light, you know, begin to see the beauty in you, divine being. And I feel like, you know, when you begin to really see the beauty in you, then you can really see the beauty in your partner, and you can understand the beauty that your partner sees in you. Because, you know, we hate to admit it, right? As human beings, we all sometimes have a bit of uncertainty, right? So, you know, or we can call it insecurities or whatever you may call it. But, you know, I feel like Spirit is saying when you always see the beauty in you, then you'll understand the beauty that your lover sees in you as well, right? Like that kind of energy. So I think
on the way out, just turn the twin flame card over.
See, we can't make this up. This is a divine connection. So Spirit is telling me to do one oracle card before we go.
Okay.
Okay. We will be back tomorrow live for you guys. We're gonna do probably an early Sunday morning live. Okay.
Might have tarot church.
Okay. So let's see here. I feel like I want to read this. I'm gonna pull a card from my everyday witch oracle. And we're going to read it, okay, to close the message out. Make sure you guys, if you love the video, you leave us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the page if you have enjoyed the video. We hope you will, want to join a part of our soul tribe, okay? So we have, let's see. We have water magic. Give me 1 second. Oh, wrong book. And I want you to do one for here, if you don't mind. Hold on, y'all. This thing ain't numbered, so I mean, I can give you my intuitive, but I feel like Spirit wants me to give you. Okay. Water magic. Water is a powerful force. It can wear down a mountain or create a lake. It brings life to fields, but can also be violent and impossible to control. Not an element to be taken for granted. As you will know, if you have ever been thirsty or lived through either a drought or a flood, most of the time, though, water is our friend. We can use its power to help us change and transition through the various stages of our lives. Water is fluid and flexible, and it reminds us that we can be that way too. So there's something about being fluid and flexible, divine being. I feel like water magic is also, being connected to your emotions, right? As we close out this divine union reading, water magic, right? I feel like it's very important for maybe you and your lover to get by some water. You could be needing to go to the lake or a river. You guys could just be needing to shower together, water is divine, and I feel like, there's something very significant about water in your relationship. You could be needing to just let go of some bottled up emotions. I do see the water dripping down, so there could be something about some bottled up emotions here. And I feel like, clearing your subconscious mind and allowing yourself to reset is really going to allow you to look at this relationship a little bit more deeply. I feel like after this reading, you will be able to see how connected you guys are to divinity, what makes you guys even more connected to each other.
Absolutely. So that was your reading. I really pray that it resonated and you got something from it. This was a divine union, warfare within divine union reading. So we touched on a few aspects of warfare, and overall it felt like it was a very good reading. So, like I said, I hope that it resonated. God bless you all.
We hope to see you next time. We elemental beings.
We vibing out. The high font is up.
The high priest is out.